Hello dear students. So in today's class we shall discuss about the paper 8 biochemistry. Under that the first chapter is the introduction to biochemistry. So bios is the Greek word which means life or living. So biochemistry deals with the plants and animals and their processes, so which involves the study of the chemical substances and the chemical processes that occur in the living organisms. So biochemistry deals with the chemical substances and the chemical processes that occur in the living organisms. So then what is the aim of the biochemistry? So to develop the understanding in the complexity of the living matter and the study of chemical substances and the chemical reactions that are associated with living organisms. So the modern biochemistry attempts to understand the chemical composition, structure, biological functions and metabolism of the biochemistry. Okay, so then what is the scope for the biochemistry? So biochemistry is what you can say, it's a truly interdisciplinary science. Okay, it will draw from and contributing to the field of agriculture, biology, genetics, microbiology, physiology, medicine, pharmacology, molecular biology, biotechnology, and all other branches of science. Okay, so that means biochemistry is linked or it is associated with all the fields. So then if you study about the historical account of biochemistry and achievements, okay, so the research in biochemistry started from 18th century. It has developed rapidly from the beginning of the 20th century. Okay, so most of the significant contributions in the biochemistry came from during past 8 to 9 decades. Okay, so let us see the contribution of the some of the scientists to the development of biochemistry. Okay, so first let us see the contribution of some of the scientists. So the first contribution, so that is in the year 1780 to 89, so the scientist Lavoisier, okay, so he contributed in the field of the respiration. Okay, in 1854 to 64, Louis Pasteur, okay, so he contributed in the field of fermentation and pasteurization. Okay, in 1899, Emil Fischer contributed to the field of the specificity of enzymes. So in 1935, scientists called as Krebs, he developed the citric acid cycle, or you can call it as the Krebs cycle. Okay, in 1950, scientists called as Pauli, so gave the structure for the proteins. In 1953, Watson and Crick gave the double helical structure for DNA. Okay. In 1956, scientist called as Kornberg discovered the DNA polymerase. In 1960, Kendrew and Perutz scientists, so they gave the structure of myoglobin and hemoglobin. In 1965, Hargovind Khorana and Hawley, they gave the elucidation of the genetic code. Okay, so next other scientists who contributed to the field of biochemistry are in 1985, scientist called as Jeffrey gave the genetic fingerprinting. In 1953, Chargaff developed the base equivalence in DNA. In 1869, Miescher discovery of DNA. He discovered DNA. In 1796, Edward Jenner. So he developed the vaccination against the smallpox. In 1826, Euler prepared urea from inorganic compound. In 1830, Muller discovered the proteins. In 1913, Michaelis and Menton developed the kinetic theory of enzymes in acidic nature. In 1921, Banting and Beat isolated insulin from the pancreas. So, next, the scientist contribution. If you look at the contribution of the scientists, in 1928, Fleming discovered the penicillin. In 1956, Sanger amino acids and sequence in the insulin. In 1918, Emden carbohydrate mechanism. So he studied carbohydrate mechanism, that is conversion of glucose into lactic acid. In 1819, Mayer-Hart elucidated the glycolytic pathway. In 1819, scientist called as Parnas, he developed the metabolic pathway of glycolysis, converting glucose to pyruvate. So in 1819, scientists called as Knoop and Hopkins, they gave the beta oxidation of fatty acids and galactothiones. Okay, so these are some of the contributions of the scientists. So if you come to the elemental composition of the living organisms. So in living organisms, what happens? About 55 elements are found in the measurable quantity. Okay, so these elements are distributed in the living organisms. So as you can see from this table, okay, so the element and percentage of weight in the living organisms. So in a living organisms, so 65% oxygen is present, carbon 18%, hydrogen 10%, nitrogen 3%, calcium 1.5%, phosphorus 1%, sulfur 0.25%, potassium 0.20%, sodium 0.15%, chlorine 1.5%, magnesium 1.15%, and other elements like iron, zinc, copper, manganese will be present in the tracer quantities. Okay, so if you look at the biochemical composition of the living organisms, okay, so here for example, biochemical composition, if you consider the biochemical composition of a dry cell, okay, the dry cell na compare ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು biochemical composition ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So what are the biochemical substances which are present in the dry cell? So this is important. So ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So this is the biochemical composition of the dry cell. Okay, so ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ biochemical substances ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಈ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. Okay, so in a dry cell, proteins, okay, so they are present up to 71%. Proteins are present in the dry cell. Lipids 12%, nucleic acids 7%, carbohydrates 5%, inorganic and other molecules only 5% are present. Okay, so this is the biochemical substances which are present in the dry cell. Okay, dry cell nalli iruvanthadu. So next, if you see the role of water in the biochemical systems, biological systems or biochemical systems. Okay, so if you look at the first one, role of water. So water serves as a medium in which all the cellular or biochemical reactions occur, and it is essential for life. Okay, so now agli heladve, so biochemistry deals with the study of all the biochemical reactions taking place in the living organisms anta heladve. So ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್, ಆಲ್ ದ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ ಮೀಡಿಯಂನಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಗನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವೀಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ. ವಾಟರ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಈಥರ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ, so in case of all living organisms, all the biochemical reactions, okay, so that takes place in the presence of water. So adrinda navenu helbodu, what is the role of water in the biological system anta helidre, water serves as a medium. Okay, water serves as a medium in which all the cellular or biochemical reactions occur. Okay, so next, water is used to transport the nutrients and water into and out of the cell. Okay, so now water is the medium. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡನೇ ರೋಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ, so the nutrients which are produced, okay, ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ because of the biochemical reactions, ಆ nutrients ಏನು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ, so that nutrients are transported into the cell and out of the cell through the water. Okay, so water is used to transport the nutrients and water into and out of the cell. Okay, so water itself participate in several reactions, either as the reactant or product. Okay, in biochemical reactions, water acts as the reactant. In some cases it also acts as the products. Okay, that means water participate, not only medium, water not only acts as a medium, but also water participate in the several biochemical reactions, either as the reactants or the products. Okay, so water is a good ionizing medium. Okay, due to the polarity of the molecule and the formation of hydrogen bonds increases the rate of biochemical reaction. Okay, so water is a polar solvent. So oxygen carries partial negative charge and the two hydrogen atoms of the water carries partial positive charge. So therefore water is a polar molecule. So therefore water is called as a universal solvent because most of the substances are soluble in water because of the polarity of the water molecule. So therefore water is a good ionizing medium because of its polarity, and also water has the ability to form hydrogen bonds. So because of these two reasons, okay, so the rate of biochemical reactions increases. The biochemical reactions takes place at faster reasons because the water is a good ionizing agent and also because of the presence of the hydrogen bonds. So due to the high surface tension, water moves from roots of the plants to the tips through the capillary action. Okay, idu ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರ, isn't it? So the water moves from the roots of the plants to the tip. That action ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ, capillary action ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So why the water moves from roots of the plants to the tips through capillary action? What property of the water makes the movement of water from roots to the tips ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, because water has a high surface tension. So because of the high surface tension, in case of plants, water moves from roots to the tips of the plants through the capillary action. So next, one more the role of biological that is water in the biological process means water has a maximum density at 4 degrees Celsius. Okay, so due to this, what happens? Water freezes from top to bottom. Okay, making the aquatic life to survive in the liquid water. Okay, ಈ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರಲ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಂಟರ್ ಸೀಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನದಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತವೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ರೀಸ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಲೇಯರ್, ವಾಟರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇಂದ ಕೆಳಗಡೆಗೆ ಫ್ರೀಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಆ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ at 4 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ 4 ಡಿಗ್ರೀಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಟು ಬಾಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ಆಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಫಿಶಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಲೀವ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವಾಟರ್, ಓಕೆ, ಅವು ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಟರ್ಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಫ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ top to bottom. Okay, so therefore generally, so the aquatic life will going to survive in the liquid water. Okay, so water acts as lubricant in the body to prevent the friction in the joints and some other parts of the body. Okay, so water, it acts as a lubricant. So ನಾವು ನೀರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕುಡಿಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಈ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬೋನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ರಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲೂಬ್ರಿಕೆಂಟ್. ಈ ಮೂಳೆ ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಳೆಗಳು ಸೋದೋಗದೆ ಇರೋ ತರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಲೂಬ್ರಿಕೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಎ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಈವನ್ ದೋ ಎ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಜನರಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತ ಈ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಬಯೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸೋಥರ್ಮಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸೋಥರ್ಮಿಕ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆದಾಗ ಜನರಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಹೀಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗೋದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ದ ವಾಟರ್, ಸೊ ವಾಟರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಎ ಹೈ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಹೀಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್, ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ is maintained by water. Okay, so heat of vaporization can cause maximum cooling by evaporation so that the body temperature doesn't rise. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, the heat of vaporization of water ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, so that causes maximum cooling by the evaporation. Okay, so ಯಾವಾಗ ಎವಾಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆಗ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ರೈಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಟ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ರೋಲ್ ಆಫ್ the water in biological systems.